From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. On the screen, this is Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Kansas City.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Let's get him.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over first and 10.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Pass complete.
A big play there.
Touchdown,
85
Kansas
yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game you play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The running back, again the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Man open left side is Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Charger.
11 more on that one, and another first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there, just like last play.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Mayfield on play action. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
The score, Chiefs 14, Chargers 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Mahomes now on first down. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Taking a deep shot here. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At the 25-yard line, the Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
A loss of a yard on the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On third down, Mayfield. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 45-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's taken down. A Cheifs sack. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Mayfield. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers.
Lord have mercy.
And takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
21.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That'll be caught by St. Brown. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
St. Brown.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Saquon Barkley,
well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes completes it to Hardman.
Mahomes pass.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. They go play action. Now Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Number 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Second and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Chiefs 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Saquon Barkley, the ball
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On the carry.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That's a gain of 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. And timeout here defensively. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
The kicker.
A great effort there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. The point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive running the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points
big time.
At the 23-yard line.
Mahomes to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Terry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
18 on the
that
play.
one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his left. He's going to let it fly. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score, Chargers 31, Chiefs.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line.
Final score, Chargers 31.
A lot of scoring.
Chiefs
There's no
48.
doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So, for the Chargers, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.